Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
Started. Here we go, Mindy. Mavericks and Pacers are going to lead us off. Yes, the Pacers are up to 1, even 1.5 we see in the chat. Big total here. Way up from kind of the send-out number here today, but that's because we've seen Indiana in some pretty wild games. That Hawks game, and then yesterday the same thing happened with the Hawks against the. Well, that would actually end up going under because it was a massive number. So, okay, here you go, Mindy. Mavericks, our favorite team against the Pacers.
Well, that's the thing is this Mavericks team. They've been so hit or miss on the road. Pacers did win this game last time outright, 124 to 122. Dallas has only been averaging about 111 points here. I'm definitely taking the Pacers. I wanted them at +2, but now we're looking at something like a money line play here for the Pacers here today.
All right. And yeah, look, we talked about it in the chat or talked about it at the beginning of the show. Who is going to be in?
Right. They're mentioning it right now.
Out for this game. Well, Luka, I don't think, unless and here's the thing, it's in the morning. Maybe I guess I should have the Twitter machine up because we don't know. I don't think has the suspension been handed down yet. I think we're anticipating that it's going to be. Dave says he does show Luka out. I'm still showing it as possible suspension. So, that troubles me a little bit. I mean, I don't think there's an appeals process because of the, here's the thing, it's a 16th technical. So I think it's automatic and it just hasn't been announced yet. I just don't think you can proceed with now doing your suspension on the 16th technical. It's not like you can appeal something like that, like it's some one-time incident. So we know that the other problem here is Halliburton is on the list to be rested today. So that is of concern also, and Miles Turner is back to questionable, but it doesn't matter for me, Mindy. We know that the Pacers are, it doesn't matter who they're playing. We're going against Dallas, I think. So Ferner says under. I'm with you, Ferner. Under City, actually, is the way I feel about it. Is no Luka. Look, take advantage, right? It's 234. I mean, it opened. There were some 238 send out lines, so it looks like it's gone down, but I don't know. To me, this game is going to land in the, I would imagine the high 220s if these guys are out. Two of the highest scoring players in the game. So we're always fading the Mavs at this point. It seems, especially on the road. I don't know. Find a spot to take them. I don't know what it would be. So Pacers here. Pacers. Jeffrey says Luka is out. So again, I don't want to leave the show. I don't want to start looking it up to make sure. I just assume that he is because of the 16th technical. I just don't know if I've actually seen the words other than you guys telling me Luka is out. I guess I could type it into Google and see.
Check the interwebs, Ramon.
No, just faces suspension. 25 minutes ago, NBA.com faces 1-game suspension. So even NBA.com hasn't said to me officially that he's out. But it feels like he's going to be out because you can't play, unless I just don't think it works that way. All right, perfect under spot here, says Scotch. I can't agree more. Under big, lean the under pace. Pacers and under. No, big zombies. No. or yes, I mean maybe Kyrie's in there and he goes off and yeah, I think it's automatic, Thomas. I think you're right. And but yeah, so maybe it is the Kyrie show, and maybe that's okay. Actually, I would almost and maybe he'll go off and score like 45 points and they'll lose by 10 points because he's trying trying to do it all. And again, remember, it always with Dallas. They don't have the team. They don't have the bench. They made the moves, but we're on Indiana. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Indiana
Right.
every time right now feels like cheating. Got Indiana.
Feels like cheating.
Got Indiana. Come on, they're gonna win by probably 6. They might win by 10. Who knows? Okay, the Bucks don't seem to be bothered by these big point spreads, Mindy, but they're faced with another one here as they take on the Pistons. And our injury of the game is Giannis. I
Dun,
think
dun,
he's
dun.
probable, but he is on the injured list, so I guess I can kind of take it back a little bit. He's probable. It's a knee problem, but a few other injuries for the Bucks: Leonard, Dragic, Crowder. Dragic is probable, so maybe we'll get to see him with the Bucks here. The Pistons have more injuries today. Burks is out, and they've already had a couple of players, including Bogdo, out. So Bucks 16.5. These lines keep going up.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucks here, lay the big points again. I always kind of want to try to get on the Pistons at this point. They just can't seem to do much, and I just can't believe that the Pistons can, get anything back here. I think the Bucks have already beat them by 20 a couple times here already this season. I'm going to take the Bucks.
When I see these totals, 233 every time, it's like it's the Pistons that seem to don't ever get there and cause these games to stay under. And I think that's why you see it constantly under. Now, this one's gotten steamed to the over, and I don't like it at all. I want to lay 16.5 points with you here. I don't know, though. It just they should roll, but I don't know. Giannis is. I know it says probable. Why not take a day off? I'm worried about 16.5 points. I'll take the under. I don't mind, you guys. If you want to lay, does anybody going to lay 16.5 points? Mindy is. I might too, but I just don't know if I can recommend it here on the show. But I feel more comfortable maybe giving out the under in this one, Mindy. That's what I'm going to do. And it got steamed over as well. But to me, the Pistons just don't cooperate as far as getting their share of the points. Sperner on the under here. Thomas Lewis says it's too many for him. He's got to take it. Hello, Darren. Also want to say hello. I saw one other one I want to say hello to. Here. Oh, Keith Arway. Hello. Oh, okay. That's huge. That is huge right there. In fact, I would say, Dave, if you indeed believe that to be the case, then I would pounce on this right now because the line has not moved to indicate he's out.
Right.
And if ESPN, the worldwide leader, is saying he's out, I would recommend. I got to be honest with you, Mindy. I think that you should.
You got to be honest with me.
Yeah, thank you. I would say that we should all pounce on this right now. Obviously, Dave is reading the worldwide leader, and the bookmakers are not. Why wouldn't the bookmakers move this line if ESPN has Giannis doubtful? I'm showing 16.5 everywhere. If Giannis is out of the lineup, this thing would be 14.5 at least, if not less, maybe 13. So I would say, now I'm not going to do it because I only have his Dave, and I don't know. Let me see. What do I look up? ESPN.com or as far as he's. Oh, I'm not. Man, I can't confirm it. What do I do? ESPN.com? Do I? NBA?
Bucks.
I cannot confirm this. Usually I just go on because the line dictates all. The line tells all, and the bookmakers aren't out here giving away free money. maybe I don't know. Maybe this 16.5 reflects the fact. I mean, remember I said Milwaukee got steamed. It was 15. Now it's 16.5. So I would say, uh, really, to me, you have to take uh, the Detroit Pistons here plus those. I'm not going to because Dave's a great contributor, great information, but the line is not moving. And to me, man, these guys, the Bucks, maybe they're asleep at the wheel. Here's the Bucks over for Demetrius. Burley says the Bucks to cover. That's the way I was looking until Giannis was out. I show him as probable, so that's really a real disparity of status. So see, the Bucks can dominate with their bench. Yeah, even without Giannis, maybe, but come on. But 13, 14, whatever it is. Right now it's 16.5 without Giannis. I show him as probable, but I would think this would be the day, this would be the time to take off. So Thomas Lewis already played the under here. Well, that's the way I feel. But if the worldwide leader says it, and we know, I mean, come on, ESPN, are they ever wrong? It's ESPN. Bunch of okay. Werner says open 14. It's gone up to 16.5. All right. That's all right, Mindy. Let's move on. Oh, hello to Solo here as well.
Yeah, see, if I'm looking at ESPN, it says knee is probable for Monday's game against the Pistons. So,
okay. The Rockets, and some of these spreads aren't going to make you too excited, Mindy. We got the Knicks here, 12.5 point favorite. Anytime these bad teams right now are playing, it's Tankapalooza, I guess. But the Knicks are 12.5. Now they're 13, and the total is 230.
yeah, I mean, it seems to be the time for the favorites here to just force their will on these folks. Knicks here, they're better shooters. They're the better team defensively. They're 8-2 in their last 10 with the Rockets. Rockets 2-10 on back-to-backs. I'm going to take the Knicks here, minus 13.
All right. I will join you, I guess. Kind of wanted the Bucks until that Giannis update. The Knicks here, yeah, I'll grab them with you. 12, and the Knicks don't feel like a team that wants to cover 13 points, man. But I'll do it.
All right.
Maybe it's slim pickings. I don't know. Here's Corday. He wants the under. Jeffrey Linton's talking college hockey. How about Quinnipiac loading up yesterday on Ohio State? We saw Michigan with the win over Penn State. Yep.
Okay. Oh, man. Rockets money line.
Interesting here. Yeah, Corday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Knicks don't feel like the team to do it. Werner says doesn't like it. They've been getting numbers. I mean, the Knicks have been, obviously we all know they're playing pretty well, and I haven't done too bad on when we're starting to get to some of these bigger spreads. I've been on the right dogs. I've been on the right favorites. I'm going to take the favorite here with you, Mindy. Man, I want to take the Bucks. Okay, let's take the Knicks. Oh, because I don't think they can win this one. Zombies. Ferner says it'll go. I don't know. It is a little 229.5. Maybe it could sneak over. I don't have it going way over here. A lot of people are interested in the Rockets here. And Julius Randle there looks like is under for Demetrius. All right, let's take the Knicks, Mindy. Got to lay 13. Okay.
Okay.
Suns and Jazz. The Suns on the road here, 6.5, 234.
I'm going to take the Jazz. They've covered the spread now, 7 of their last 9 games here. Phoenix only once in the last 9 have they covered the spread. Utah also 22-15 at home, and they need a win to keep rolling in this race for the playoffs here as well. I'm going to take the Jazz today plus the points at home.
And our injury of the day. I don't know if I had, I neglected the injury of the day report with the Rockets and the Knicks. Obviously, it's Jalen Brunson, so that was another factor about maybe why not don't take the Knicks, but it's got a hand injury. Here, it's Lauri Markkanen, another big time player, questionable for this game. Aiton's moved up to probable here. I'll take Utah with you, even with Markkanen questionable. Just Utah, they're overlooked now, right? I mean, they made the trade, so people were kind of like, oh, maybe Utah's not too in, but they're covering right now spreads, and they're a home underdog. We think of Phoenix maybe as low score. This one I think is going to be out of this world. I think this one is a way over possibly, but let's get on the Jazz here.
So Ramon, TJ via Discord said that Giannis is doubtful via the ESPN app, but when I looked up at ESPN.com, it did not say doubtful, but it does say doubtful in the information that he.
Thank you.
Sent me. If that makes any difference to anyone.
All I would say on this, okay, because we're just going on this information again. I mean, I pay good money for a service that anybody who follows my injury updates. Sometimes I'm beating. Thank you for the compliments in the Discord. I see it where people say, "Oh, Ramon knows this." I don't know this. I just pay for a service that's faster than. The information gets out there, and these people are paid to like monitor this stuff, so I get the information very quick, and then it usually comes out a couple minutes later where the general public then starts to get word of it. And there's been no line movement. So the thing is, if you think that believing this ESP, I don't mean to keep bugging on this with Dave.
Right.
I'm just saying there's got to be, where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes, right? So if you think there is any chance that Giannis is not going to play in this game, you have to take these points right now at 16.5, because this thing's going to go down to 14 or 13 if he does not play. Even if you don't think they can cover, you might be interested in middling this game at a 16 and 13 middle with 4 points of coverage, if you will, even if you buy it each way. So that's just something to consider. The market has not adjusted for him being out, in my opinion. A Giannis-less Bucks is not going to be 16.5 points favored, even over the lowly Pistons. Here's Jeffrey Linton on the under in this game. Jazz auto bet. Yeah, well, I think in this spot for sure, I really feel like that. You said Jazz, right? I'm on the Jazz, Mindy.
Yep. We're Jazz. On that Jazz.
If you don't want, other than everyone. Yeah. Jazz, too many injuries. Yeah, there's a few more injuries even than Markkanen in there. But, man, they just seem to be, find a way to get the money at home right now. Jeffrey Linton here on the Suns. It's definitely a mixed bag in the chat, I think, on this one. See there, though. And let's see here. Pick Zombies probably not even going to watch tonight with these bad matchups. We're on the Jazz here.
All right.
Philadelphia on the road against the Nuggets. The Nuggets are -5. And the total here has been going up. This one got steamed higher, Mindy. Up. Nuggets 5 and 230.
Well, the Nuggets have won 4 out of their last 5 games here, making 52% of their shots. The 76ers, I don't know, they're, pretty decent, I guess, on the road, but they've been having trouble scoring here as of late. Nuggets have held the last 3 opponents to under 105. That would be the Bucks, the Knicks, and the Nets. I'm going to go ahead and take the Nuggets here.
Okay. I like the Nuggets as well in this one. I just think it's a very good spot. Nuggets continue to be strong at home. Sixers, Yeah, we did see that game against Phoenix. What did you guys think of it? Look, I don't think there's any problems here with the Sixers, but look, let's take a look at our uh, injury of the game update for the Sixers and the Nuggets. Well, just Joel Embiid and James Harden are questionable for this game. Which one do you think will play? Will both of them play? We saw they're both on the injured list. They're both questionable, and that makes me feel uncomfortable with Philly on the road. I think it's reflected in the line here at 5.5. I don't think it'd be 5.5 if those guys weren't questionable. I think we all respect Philly enough that they would still compete in this game, even though they're on a road trip here. Thomas says he doesn't expect Harden to play. Nuggets and under here. Um, I wonder if actually this one might end up turning, depending on whether those two play, but it might cost. You see the line here, it's 229 after 230. I'm starting to think that it's an over situation. Uh, Not going against you though. Nuggets. Seems to be here's a consensus play, Mindy, if I've ever seen one here. Everyone's just piling on at this point. Boy, look at that. Hi, Steph. We got you. Yeah, we got you on that play of the day for sure. Demetrius, though, says the points a little bit too much. I'll take them even without Harden or Embiid, or hope that they're in there. Maybe one of them makes the lineup. Harden, that he's got the more significant injury, I would think, right? With his was it Achilles, I think, or okay. All right, we're on it, Mindy. We've
All
got
right,
some
let's
goals
do
here
it.
in the NBA for sure. Let's go to the Timberwolves here and the Kings. Some discussion earlier on this one. The Kings are favored by 5. Total 241 now. This one's been all over the place.
Yeah, where was that at?
I don't know. Well,
242,
yeah, it
241.
opened as high as 246 at one book, but uh, my window goes kind of much lower than this. But these two teams, they seem to play a lot of highest, they go
Sure.
over a lot.
Yeah, the last one, Wolves won it 138 to
Oh
134.
my gosh.
But so I'm gonna actually take the Timberwolves here again today. They are 6-2-1 in their last 9 meetings, 3-1 the last 4 head to head there as well. Um, what I think they got is it Edwards back, right? But then they
Yeah.
have a couple more folks questionable still. I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I'm still gonna go with the Timberwolves here.
Yeah, the main injury here is De'Aaron Fox. He is questionable with a hamstring injury, so that's another major player that could miss the game in this one. I'm still going to take it over 241. I think over gets my call in this one. What are you guys doing here? No, Tony is the injury report king, I think. To me, it's where you start every time, uh, especially in the NBA. Right, I make fun of it because we have to make these picks now, and like yesterday with LeBron. But that's funny. I just thought when I saw LeBron was in, I didn't hesitate. Right, kind of like making the picks with the premiums, and I talked about because I actually ended up losing. I had the under. Maybe that's where I was concerned with LeBron in. I had a premium pick on the under, one of my two losses, and but we of course had the Bulls, and I was like, oh, I don't mind that LeBron's in. I like the Bulls even more. Not that LeBron's terrible, but we just like you guys said in the chat, something's not right. Here's Kings and over for Jamal. Thomas Lewis likes the Kings, but Burley likes the Timberwolves. Scotch likes the Timberwolves. Timberwolves done a nice job with their little winning streak all of a sudden, and it kind of coincides with Cat maybe a little bit back. I know we were making fun of him a little bit on his return. It wasn't perfect, but certainly since he's come back a little bit, this streak is starting to happen now. Dave says Kings game is an over. Good. I like that Dave likes it, so I'll take the over as my free pick, and Mindy will be on the Wolves here. I would lean Kings. Fox is an injury where, the line will move if he's when he's declared in, so it will go up probably to 6 or so. And but I agree. I think, and he's one player where I would pay attention maybe to the injury report where it affects it. Right? He's a scorer, but he's kind of more of a, I don't know, I want to say team player a little bit. Dave's on the Timberwolves here. They tried to scare us off the Bulls, but we weren't buying into it. So there's plenty of support for the Wolves here with you, Mindy. And maybe some over with me.
Sounds good.
241. Fox comes in. This thing's going back up probably to 240, 244 or something like that, I would think. Okay, no play for us, but let's take a look now at the Pelicans. I bought into it I bought into the Pelicans last time, and let's see how they fare here because they're almost a double-digit favorite. In fact, they are now 10, maybe even 10.5 at some places, but they're on a roll again. All of a sudden, here they are with a 4-game win streak and a cover streak. No, I didn't buy into them on that game against the. That was it. I had the Clippers whiff on that one. So it's the Pelicans red hot. The Blazers are not, and the Pelicans are laying double digits on the road.
Right. But I mean, the way I look at it is like the Pelicans have been kind of my nemesis, right? But now they've won 5 of 6. They're 9 for in their last 13 against the spread here. 4-0 playing on some days rest. Trailblazers, they're 1-5 against the spread, lost 5 straight now. I have the Trailblazers getting pretty beat up here. They've lost by 14 points or so in the last 5 of 7 games. I'm going to take the Pelicans here.
All right, Mindy, on the Pelicans, I feel pretty uncomfortable. But I mean, I feel like it's Pelicans. I want to say hello to Neftali Tahan coming to us from the Two Old Ladies feed. And do you guys do parlays? And of course, Mindy and I think we agree. I think Mindy and I are no non-parlay people, but we all like to have a little fun now and then, or maybe some money line parlays when we can't get on a side or total or something. But I don't, if anyone's putting the words grow bankroll and parlays in the same sentence, I don't think that is the answer. And I always think that if you're going to play parlays, to play 2-team round robins. But do you have anything to say to your viewer, Neftali?
Well, I mean, I definitely think if you go into, again, like Ramon said, if you watch the start of some of my shows, I always say, no big unit plays or parlays. For me, there isn't any game that is more significant than the next, right? But I do kind of feel like, the way that, say, some of the sports betting apps are right now, they give you the free money for same game parlays, stuff like that. And so I have found it helpful for me to get in the Discord. So we'd like for you to go ahead and join. Ramon can put that in there. But yeah, I mean, it is a good place where we have lots of folks in here. I know we have Ron, we have Scotch. I know we have other folks that are really successful, at doing parlays. And so, I mean, you can go ahead and trail those guys on the Discord. They're pretty good.
Yep, not for everybody, but parlays certainly can score that big payday. Again, you really should only long term. The percentages will be against you because of the takeout. Really, I mean, parlays are always whereas on a straight bet, if you continue to bet just straight bets, for example, we always say 11 to win 10. So a lot of people think that it's always going to be 10%, 9%, but it's really only 4.5% because you're going to win half of those plays if flipping a coin. So here, you're talking about 4.5%, and playing parlay as a takeout is much, much greater. It's not so much you won't win your share of parlays, but the book has already taken out a greater percentage of your winnings because you're betting a parlay. So that's a problem long term with parlays. But
Plus,
I
what
would love it.
parlays are 6-1 odds, 8-1 odds. I mean, so basically, what you're going to win one out of every 8 times. I know some folks here do better than that, but again, I think if you're going to do this for the long run, I would go ahead and bet these, straight bets, and then once you've gone with your same unit plays for probably 2-3 weeks, something like that, and you're playing with house money, then you can go ahead and increase your $10 bet to $15 bets, and have some goals in mind for you to how you want to go ahead and increase that bankroll.
But Mindy, my parlay today would be the Bucks money line, the Knicks money line, and the Pelicans money line.
There you go. See, and those are fine. Like,
I'm gonna win.
that's why you get big money. I mean, like, I say if you're going to do it, that's what you do. You pick winners and, put those big money line folks together. May not pay great, but the odds are good.
I'm a wimp. Okay.
That's okay.
Thomas Lewis says he'll
But a
take.
unit is whatever you bet, right? So if you are a $10 better, that is your unit. At Tony'sPicks.com, we use a $100 bet as our unit.
Point there. A good point there. Want to mention while I just talked about the Wolves and the Kings, and I recommended the over and just got steamed to the under. In fact, right now I'm showing the steam. Timberwolves and Kings are like down to 238 at one online sports book. So whoops. Now the Knicks also got steamed. Look, they're up to 14 already.
Oh, geez.
Here, that one's on the move. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the next game is getting steamed right now as well. The Clippers and the Bulls over. We're going to get to that game, but it's up to 221.5. Here we go. We'll kind of take a look at that one. But just want to finish up thought here on New Orleans and Portland with the injury report of the day for this game, because although we're talking about New Orleans, and now the game is up to 11. Here we're seeing more action. So to me, that might indicate that Damian Lillard, who's on the injured list in this one with a calf injury, it's funny because we've already actually, I don't know, last show I said I think he's shut down for the year. Well, he's on the injury report today as questionable. So that to me is almost like an upgrade. I thought he was shut down. I thought that was going to be it for Lillard. So I don't know. Maybe he's not going to play today. That's why it's gone up to 11. But just the fact that he's on the injury list just shows that to me that maybe he's not done for the season. Now the Blazers have other injuries: Simons, Nurkic, Grant, Baji. They're all on the injured list as questionable, and Winslow's out. So they do have a lot of problems right now. Portland. Can New Orleans get another win and cover, laying these double digits? They did beat San Antonio at home by, they covered 14 points at home. Here they're going to have to cover like 11 on the road. So, all right, Mindy is on the Pelicans, you said, Mindy?
That's it.
I am on the under in Portland. It's down to 226.5. Yeah, I'm on the under with New Orleans and Portland. Okay. All right, Mindy, one more here in the NBA. The Bulls and the Clippers. Steam just came in on the over. Now the total here is up to, what is it going to be? 221.5. The Clippers are favored by 4.
I'm going to take the Bulls today. They're suddenly, just kind of broken out of their shell, I guess you might want to say. They're going 7-2 over their last 9 against the spread. Chicago's 4-1 head-to-head in LA. This is where I think the Clippers are still without George, Leonard, that sort of thing. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulls.
Kawhi might be probable today, though, and that's going to put me on the under in this one. I don't know if I mind the Bulls here getting the points, but I think for me, I feel more comfortable with the under. The Clippers at home. Anybody that watches the show knows we've done it quite a bit, and for good reason. The Clippers have been a smashing success at home, and I think here against the Bulls, I'm going to go under. Mindy's going to take the Bulls plus 4 points. I'm going to go under in this one. Let's see what our team is going to do here with this one. Neftali, you should be able to see it.
Because I was like, I might have to do it on my end since it's streaming off of my side.
Oh, okay.
Right?
They don't get that same chat, huh? Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Where do I find the invite on the Discord, Ramon?
When you go to the Discord, it's up like in the upper left hand corner under the Tony's picks. You where the text channels are,
Mm-hmm.
and that should be a drop down menu. It should say server boost, invite people.
Okay, there it is.
So okay, hopefully that will work. Otherwise, we'll work on it again, Neftali. If we have to do it tomorrow, please take it back. Dave asking about that new chicken sandwich there at McDonald's.
Right. So I posted it on my side, so hopefully you'll be able to get.
Okay. Fernando setting me up with a softball here.
Right.
I don't know if you guys watch. Fernando Tatis is having a pretty good spring training. Okay, here's Ferner with the Bulls. Butterscotch, our Chicago correspondent, Demetrius likes the under. Jeffrey on the under.
What did you like, Ramon?
I'm on the under, of course.
Under.
I'm on the under. Bulls are hot, says Brent. He will take them. Which Paul George is out. Fernando says Bulls. Burley Bulls. Cesar likes the Bulls. Well, he hopes the Bulls. The Adams lock is the Bulls. Okay, good job. You guys got that figured out. Good.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.